Hey guys, I have some free time, so I thought that I might share what I voted for Crunchyroll's Anime Awards. So yeah, it'll just be me just talking about why I voted for the anime that were nominated. So yeah, let's do this. Right, so for Anime of the Year, without a single doubt, Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Okay, Karen Tuesday, haven't watched that. Promise Neverland, haven't watched that. Villain Saga, haven't watched that as well. So it leaves these three, but Demon Slayer is not even close. It's a 7 out of 10 show for me with 9 out of 10 moments. Episode 3, Episode 4 were great. Episode 5 absolutely destroyed Nezuko as a character. Um, Episode 19 was, it was good. Uh, but it just lost its charm after episode 10. More or less, this the excitement wasn't there anymore. uh, Araburu or O Maidens in Your Savage Season is another 7 out of 10 show. There are 5 different stories inside this whole show, and really like 3 of them. 3 of them were executed really well, and 2 of them, um, its story wasn't that important for me, and I can't feel uh, that this show alone could match up to Mod Psycho 100. Mod Psycho 100 Season 2 is very simple in story but magnificent in execution. I'll tell you right now, episode 1, episode 5, episode 7, episode 8, episode 10, 11, 12, 13. All of those episodes are probably 9 out of 10 for me. And I don't think any other show comes close to achieving the level of quality Mod Psycho 100 Season 2 achieves. So after much discussion, let's go to best protagonist, Senku. Alright, Hyakimaru has a kind soul. He has a tortured past, but he soldiered on. But I just don't think uh he just doesn't have the appeal for me, I guess. Emma from Promised Neverland, I haven't watched that show, so cannot say anything. Saitama from One Punch Man Season 2, he isn't even there that often, so I can't say yes to him. Maybe Season 1, maybe. Season 2, no. Tanjiro Kamado, again, another kind soul, but he's he's really one-dimensional, I guess. Yeah, nothing about him really is too inspiring. Senku has that nice level of being overpowered, uh, having that level of emotion that makes me want to really just support him, you know. So yeah, I haven't watched Fruits Basket, so sorry. Best antagonist. All right, immediately Garo takes the cake. Haven't watched these four. Overhaul early in the season has nothing to do. His story only gets exciting. I'll be in these next few episodes. His story will be really good, at least based on the manga. But Garo was the main character in season 2, so he is the main best antagonist. His story is really simple. He just wants to destroy bullies. That's it. And I love him so much. Best boy, Shigeo Kageyama. Okay, Bruno Bucciarati is not best boy. He's best mom. So I can't vote for him. Haven't watched the show. Again, I really want to vote for Hikimaru, but Mob is too strong for a competitor. Machio is too simple. Again, Tanjiro is too simple. Best girl. Haven't watched this, haven't watched these. So it comes down to Kohaku and Nezuko. And Kohaku just takes it just because Nezuko's character didn't really do much. Sorry, Nezuko. Best director. Alright, best director. Immediately goes to Mob Psycho 100 because I haven't watched the rest. So I shouldn't even be voting, man. I haven't watched enough to really compare. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, Mob Psycho 100 Season 2 again, like I've said before, it has a very simple story but magnificent execution, and it deserves the win. Best animation, again, Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Okay, best animation, I don't even have to watch to know. Vinland Saga's fight scenes look cool. This looks wacky. Okay, Fate Grand Order has always been consistently great. But I think Mob Psycho 100 Season 2 really, are great because the level of animation it does well for in the fight scenes. Episode 5 is how do I say this right? It's simply god tier. It is incredible, but really it's the emotional impact some animation gives that really makes me confident that Mob Psycho 100 Season 2 deserve best animation. Best character design, I'll give Dororo this win. Dr. Stone, not really. So yeah, I'll give Dororo the win. Best score, Dr. Stone. Okay, haven't watched this one. Cool. I like the episode 19 song. It has actually been played many times before, but its emotional impact in episode 19 is simply superb. Okay, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I really want to give JoJo's the victory, but I think certain songs were not used as good as it could have been. Maybe certain song choices wasn't the right choice, personally. Dr. Stone has always been very consistently good with his soundtrack. So just based on consistency, Dr. Stone takes the win. I mean, if I were to compare this two, it comes down to one is consistency, two is intensity. Let me tell you, this show can be intense. This show is super intense, and really the emotional impact. Golden Wind has really, would I say sad? Yeah, very melancholic scenes, I guess. But Dr. Stone's Senku really carries the emotional weight of the story as well. He is truly a great protagonist. Best fight scene. King Crimson vs. Metallica is superb. Portrays one of the best animated fight scenes in JoJo. How both characters duke it out is amazing. One trait of JoJo's fight scenes are how smart these characters really are when they're fighting, and that's something that you don't usually see in many shows. Even My Hero Academia is very straightforward. It is simply who is stronger or who can outlast the other person. But this fight scene, JoJo really shows how good JoJo fights really are. It doesn't matter really how good your stand is, your power is, but it really comes down to your application of that power. JoJo Part 4 has some ingenious fight scenes. But Mob takes the win again, just because of the incredible way the fight ended. Alright, this fight ended absolutely gory. This fight ended with a cliffhanger, which is okay, I guess. This fight ended with probably the best way to conclude Mob's story and to begin, I would say, the redemption of the villain. This does much more. This fight scene does whatever these two can and does even more. So this takes the win. Best couple. I haven't watched this one. None of these. So Araburu takes the win. But I would like to say Araburu's love stories are very, I would say, simple. This is very classic story of Rika being how would I say, very insecure about herself, and Shun becoming the guy who makes her feel less insecure, who makes her feel confident, and she finally opens up to Shun, and it really is heartwarming. I think it was episode 6, I think, on the rooftop. How the show really carries their story, I think it's really sweet. And her story is probably the second best story among the 5 other girls. Let's see, best VA performance, Japanese would be Senku. Again, his level of excitement, his level of energy, the emotional weight his voice carries in emotional scenes. This fella deserves a win. Shinobu, sorry Hayami, I guess she probably deserves a win, but I think her role is just really simple. She just sounds, very soft, very polite, but I look cute, I'm gonna kill you anyway. So there is that one episode, right, where Tanjiro and Shinobu had a heart-to-heart conversation, but I don't think that's enough. Okay, Yuichi Nakamura for Bruno Bucciarati is great. Episodes 21, 22, I think, really showcase how good he can really be. And by the story's end, he really, I would say, carried the story and the emotional weight of the concluding arc. English, alright. So I haven't watched any of these shows in English, but from what Crunchyroll demonstrated, Aqua takes the win. Just because Aqua is really goofy, and I guess her voice really carried the character well. Mom, I think, doesn't have enough how would I say this, insecurity. Retsuko just sounds aggressive. Okay, yeah, just okay. Best comedy. I haven't watched any of these, so this wins by default. But I would say this show does comedy pretty well. There are certain scenes that I don't laugh. Things are overused, but overall it's still pretty funny show. Best fantasy, Demon Slayer takes the win just because I haven't watched the other 5. Its story is pretty simple: a world with demons and they are demon slayers. That's pretty straightforward. But using that straightforward setting to make a pretty good story for our main character. So yeah, I think it deserves a win. Best drama. Okay, I haven't watched any of these, so I only choose Villain Saga just because of what I've read from reviews and really the weight the show carries compared to the others. I'm not saying that the others are probably not good, but I'm just saying I think personally, on a personal point of view, Villain Saga will probably take the win. Best opening sequence. Yeah, I really want to vote for Kawaki wa Ameku. The vocals were amazing, the piano riff is amazing, but I think Inferno has that level of energy that the show required, and it does that really well. 99.9 also does portray the entire season really well as well, and I will vote for it. But I think Inferno just edged it thanks to its that level of intensity, and the vocals are really good as well. Vocal wise, these two will probably win compared to Mob-Psycho 100. Mob-Psycho 100 will probably win just because it portrays the entire story really well. But I'll go for Inferno this time. Best ending sequence, I'll give Dororo. Should give it a listen. It's pretty good. Veil probably should win as well, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, Chika Chika is pretty cute, but it doesn't really do much. So, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you actually watch the whole thing, I am really impressed. So yeah, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.